Alright, so new base design. Have modified the design from the last structure, and let's go ahead and give you a view. Alright, so as you can see, I have shrunk the player standing pyramid down to just this simple little 2-block. As you can see, it's separated from the entire structure again. The wooden bars here are just for a bird cage. Because of the way this is designed, the vultures never actually swoop in. I've now done 7 tests, and I have yet to see a single vulture come in and try to kill me. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so all the defenses are wired up. We've got 6 battery banks. Let me deal with this horde again. Just leave me alone already. Jesus. Alright. So we got 2 battery banks there, 2 there, 2 there, and I'm sorry, 7 battery banks and then 1 back here. So these 6 are for defenses, and then this one is just for lighting. It's nowhere near maxed out, and there's some more lighting that I want to do. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But as you can see, so the entrance area into the player area has dart traps down here with crisscrossed electric fences. So it's got 3 layers of electric fences. These 2 right here, they're all tied into range of the blade traps. And then this one out here right in the center area with dart traps on motion sensors firing inward to catch them with blade traps down the corridor here. Now these dart traps here and here will actually fire on to each other the way the motion sensors are set up. So as soon as a mob starts walking down the hallway from here, he will get shot from behind from that dart trap and then shot in the chest from that one. And then it's got the blade traps here knocking at its knees. So you'll notice these occasional steel. That was just mistakes by me when I was fixing up concrete, and there's another one right there. I just haven't bothered to tear it out and bring it back down to reinforced concrete. All the switches for the defenses are right there, and then that's the light switch for just the lighting. So if we come out here, so the outer defenses is just like before. It's just a ring around the main structure, and then blade traps all around. And then what I've done here is I've added just these little walls to route the zombies around, so that way they just don't run right over top here and jump straight down and miss a lot of the defenses when they spawn right in this general area right here. Alright, so over here we've got blade traps, or dart traps, I'm sorry, on the edge, so that way it catches them as they route around, they get shot. And then down here we have, there they are, some blade traps here that are tied into defenses right there. And then over here with the blade trap that shoots and fires down this area is tied into this motion sensor right there. And then again, I've just built these little routes around the corners, because what I noticed in my testing is they would literally all Congo line right up to here and then drop straight down, which is nice because it gets them all in a nice straight line, but they come at a 45, which you can't do anything about. And then on top of that, it wears out that trap and that trap really fast when you have 30, 40, 50 of them all just Congo lining and dropping down right there. They're basically bypassing all the defenses right here. So what I've done is I've added this route, some dart traps right here with motion sensors, so that way they just fire as they come off the line here. And then on the back here it's just all blade traps. I have noticed that what I need to do is fix this, so I need to extend this out, and over here they kind of catch on here and then fall down. And I did have one actually get all mucked up, and what he did is he was standing on top of 3 or 4 zombies, jumped up here and then another one jumped up, and he managed to actually jump up over this retainer wall right here and get to the interior of my base. Now the nice thing is it happened over here in this corner, and he jumped down and then jumped down in there and got hit by the electric fences and the blade trap and died right there. So while I was in spectator mode here, I couldn't actually pretty much do anything to it. So it was like whatever. But as you can see here, this is what I was talking about with the lip where they catch on it. And I forgot to fix that. But yeah, so what happened here was right at the start of the last Horde Night test, I had 3 demos with about 20 zombies Congo line right here, and they got caught up right here because they were falling down, getting stuck, hit and stunned by the blade trap, and then they were beating on the wall here, and the demos actually did quite a bit of damage to these 2 blocks and this block right here. And then as the night progressed, the zombies actually started getting caught up and they started beating out that dirt right there. And so what I'm going to have to do is replace this out, probably with reinforced concrete and just around. And then, yeah, I forgot to repair those. But as you can see, it's like hardly any damage. That's just from pinging as they were flying by. And then again, dart traps here on these corners too. Same thing over in that corner. So yeah, this corner is the same. And then I've just got lighting over here just to help with the visual. So that's pretty much it. The system is really just set up for just dart traps. And I forgot about that bug. So let's go back out. Alright. So yep. So we just got the dart traps here. So this is what's left over from the last time. I just forgot to refill them, so I'm going to have to go grab some darts and refill all these. So just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview of the changes that I made. So this was the previous base right here. Same basic design. It was set up to route them around and bring them into a single location. But this one, as you can see, took a fair amount of damage from some demos when they came in, and so instead of routing around to the back here to the door, they got just decided to start beating through, and these electric fences didn't do enough damage to them because this was designed to let them come in and come around here and then go for this door, but the AI decided it would just be easier to bash through right here and come through. I've also done away with this entire roofing structure. I just caused too many problems. So I've decided to move to an open roof format with just the wooden bars over top, and that actually keeps all of the vultures out so that you don't have to deal with it. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here, make those final repairs, refill all the dart traps, and we'll be back. Alright, so I got the dart traps refilled. I've got the corners fixed up, made all the little last minute changes, and I think I forgot to turn off all my charging stations. I did. Alright. Oops. That's off already. Alright. And let's make sure I didn't turn these back on again. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back in. Alright. Go ahead and get everything turned on. Alright. So again, we're just going to go into external mode just so we can watch everything. And as you can see there, I just reinforced that corner, that edge there. Alright, so they're coming over from this side to start with. Alright, so this is better than the last playthrough test I did. where they all just bunched up into one area. But as you can see, the Congo line is starting. And so what they're going to do is they're going to overload that blade trap right there, and the radiades will make it all the way into the first electric fence because of the way they spawned. But as you can see, I've got 32 spawns set up. So they go Congo line here, they get hit there. And then that guy actually makes it all the way to the interior before he dies. Oh, and I forgot to check. Game stage is now 201. And that bug. Alright. So let's go back out here. Alright. So see how they're being routed around? They're not even swinging at the outer wall. Now the damage there is just from them, you know, getting stuck like that where they pile on each other. That is the only time they'll actually start swinging at the structure, except for the demos. The demos, if they get caught up on anything, they will just swing wildly and damage the structure. So as you can see right now, we've got quite a mess of bodies in the hallway right here, since they're spawning and coming right here on the doorway. But those, when they spawn out in those back corners there or directly on this side, quite a few of them actually die to the outer defenses here on those blade traps before making it this far. Actually kind of surprised. I've seen a lot more standard zombies than I did the last playthrough test. But I'm not going to complain. Quite a few radiated cops already. The last playthrough I had 3 demos by this point already, and so that was a little hairy because they all pretty much came right on top of each other. Alright. So everything's still holding out. That blade trip is still going strong. The nice thing is when they Congo line like that, they don't really swing at the structure, since I'm not considered part of the structure over there. So they do just tend to just walk slowly through a 1x1 in single file, and they don't do much, if at all, damage to the structure. Alright. So you can see here, we've got a nice little line, and as you can see, that blade trap is still firing on them here. So it's getting support from both sides, and then as soon as they cross this threshold here, they get hit by these 2 blade traps, and then they walk into the 3 sets of electric fences with those blade traps and those dart traps. So the amount of damage that gets dealt drastically increases the second they make this corner. So let's see here. So he made it to the second line of fence. Still no demos yet. A lot of radiated cops, regular cops. So I'm guessing we won't see any demos till late in the night for this run through. And the nice thing about this first layer of electric fence, when they get stunned, it actually stops the one behind them and keeps them in the blade trap. Now they can, like that one, sneak past and walk through the electric fence, but as you can see there, they get caught up on each other and then they try to move around. Sometimes they go into the fence, sometimes they skirt between it. But then they go to the second level, and then third level, and then they're usually dead by then. even the demos, when they spawned right here and came straight down, they never managed to get a single swing on the inside structure. They literally died right there in that third set of fencing. Oh, looks like we've switched sides now. Alright, so this is now where they're coming in from the back angles. This is where the defenses really kind of take over on the outside. Because as you'll see, the amount of damage done out here before they even make it is significantly increased. And as you can see, we've already got a huge pile of bodies right there. Now the radiateds will make it inwards. That's just because of their extra hit points. And when they Congo line, the dart traps right there aren't able to do as much damage to the radiated as possible. So, not a big deal. And then again over here, they're just lining up to die. Alright, so we'll come back over here since this is where the main action is. And as you see, again, they're just Congo lining at the 45 to the angle. And with that, it starts routing them one way or the other. And the main point for that isn't to get them off the corner, it's to route them into those dart traps right there to get them all nice and lined up. Now I did consider making it a little further out, so they would be a 2 or a 3 block straight line into it, just to provide some more depth to it. But I just decided against it for right now, just to test and see how this goes. Alright. Alright, so this is going a lot better than the last playthrough, where they actually bunched up and were starting to jump up over the wall. So this one is going much better. Those dart traps are music to my ears. Oh, we don't have any vultures so far. That's interesting. The last through several playthroughs I've had 6 to 10 vultures circling overhead. Nothing but piles and piles of corpses. So you see how here some route over this way and some route this way. So that also helps to take the pressure off that single blade trap right there in the corner. And as you can see, depending on how they drop down, they could decide to run that way or they could decide to run this way. Alright. And because of the depth of this inner wall, I made it 5 blocks deep. They will not try to dig through that. It is not solid reinforced concrete. It is just 3 high concrete on the outer side, and then the inner side is dug down one with the center block, which would be the second block up, is reinforced concrete all the way across. Beneath that is just regular dirt. So that provides enough incentive for the AI to not try to dig through and go around. Now the last couple of playthroughs I've been averaging 2 levels per Horde Night. So we'll see how this one goes. Now, the reason for using the metal truss right here, it doesn't actually provide any structural support or any defenses. When I was first testing this out, I noticed that the cops would actually start spitting at me from about right here from the wall. So what they were doing is they were actually able to see just the tip of my head or the structure, and then they would spit over, and I was actually getting damage here to the interior section because they wouldn't actually hit me, but they would hit around me. And they did actually almost destroy one of those solar banks. Alright, so we switched directions again. So now again they're going to congregate right here by the door, but now it's the other side. So the trap defenses shouldn't be overwhelmed yet. I was really hoping we'd see at least one demo by now. Oh, there he is. Alright, so we got our first demo of the night. Alright. So I'm just going to come down here, just kind of give you a better view. Alright. There he is. Hits the first trap, gets stunned again. He's going to move into the blade trap. Oh, he got stunned again. Moved into the second layer, stunned and dead. Oh, we got another demo. So now he has no one in front of him this time, so he was taking a fair bit more damage. Oh snap, we got 3. Holy crap, 4. 5. Alright, none of them have made it to the third line of fencing yet. Oh, that guy did. Alright, so that's 5 demos in a row. And nobody touched the pyramid. And as you can see, we did a fair amount of bodies around it as well. Alright, so let's go back up and take a look at the field. Oh, we've got another demo now. And quite a lot more radiated now as well. So let's go back down here to our viewpoint. Quite a few soldiers. So this actually might become a problem with those demos coming in. But the electric fencing is doing its job still. So they're still in very good condition. Oh, he did manage a swing. Alright, so let's see here. Yep, 1, maybe 2 swings on that. Oh, I hear another demo. Let's see where he's at. There he is. Alright, didn't see any more out there. And there's another one. So it's 9 demos now, I believe. I've lost count. Alright, so all the internal defenses are still holding out. We've got a little while. We should definitely make it all the way till 4 a.m. before they fail. I'm sure quite a few of the outer defenses have failed already. Oh, there's our second skill point of the night. I think I just heard another demo. Yep, there he is. So the reason for the 4 dart traps is that in this type of scenario, where we had 4 or 5 of them all grouped right here, they're blocking the horizontal ones, so you have to rely on the vertical ones to do enough damage to keep them from getting to the structure. Now I had considered actually putting dart traps on the floor all the way out here. Um, now that I've been watching this now, I'm thinking that might actually what we switch out to. Because look, we've got 2 more demos. And I think that would help considerably with the damage output to keep them from getting this far. But the main thing to do is to keep these electric fences, and you gotta keep them stunned so they don't do any damage to the structure. And yep, there was a swing. There's a second swing. He might actually get that block destroyed before he dies. Yep, he managed it. Holy crap. How has he not died yet? Right. This could actually be bad. Yep, he finally went down. Alright, so I think at this game stage now I'm gonna have to reinforce this to steel now. But yet we're definitely gonna have to put dart traps all the way out here now. Because there's just no way to do enough damage anymore. And cop exploded. Awesome. Alright, well, so that trap, so we lost 1 trap, 1 set of reinforced concrete. That trap was just knocked out of commission. All these dart traps are still good. All the electrical beneath is still good. Looks like we lost some electric fences. Yep. So yeah. Alright. So it sounds like everything's done. Let's go ahead and shut everything off. Alright, so that ended us at a game stage of 204. We started at 200, I believe it was. I lost track of the number of demos. I'm going to say 12, maybe 15 total demos came through. So the most part, the base held up quite well. As you can see, we still had some darts left in here. Quite a lot there. These traps should still be plenty. So yeah, I'm thinking definitely from now on the inner structure is going to have to be reinforced to steel, and these dart traps are going to have to come all the way out, and we're going to just have to start increasing the floor traps as well. So what we can do in this design is we can drop these from 1500 to just 500 and increase them out here. So the full 1500 out here, and then as you come further in we could start dropping them off. But yeah, so we lost the electric traps here from that cop exploding. 3 of those electric fence posts, this one, that one, 1 blade trap. But all in all, I consider this a severe success, because look at this. So the exterior structure took little to no damage, and a couple of these blade traps might be knocked out of commission. That's just to be expected. Burned through just 1 stack of darts there. Again, managed to kill somebody out here through the dart traps. Nice. Very minimal damage here. And again, they didn't swing on the structure at all. They didn't swing on the route stand. So yeah. So the only thing that we need to do to increase this for the next Horde night would be to start increasing the vertical dart traps here on the flooring to help supplement the blade traps, because as you can see, these are all pretty much out of commission. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this here and see you guys later.